Most people that you reach out to will not be immediately ready to buy your products or services, which is why they say that the money is in the follow-up, which is why in today's video, we're going to be walking through 5 different plug and play templates that you can use inside of your cold outreach campaigns to make sure that you are getting the best results possible. So without further ado, let's dive straight in. All right, in this video, we're going to be covering 5 different plug and play follow-up templates that you can plug directly into your cold outreach campaigns to make sure that you're getting better results. So first, we're going to talk about why you should listen to me. My name is Matt Lucero. I'm the founder over at Enevo Marketing. We're a Smartlead partner. We serve 25 different clients. We send a couple 100,000 emails monthly for our clients across a variety of industries, SaaS, marketing agencies, consultants, bankers, basically almost anything B2B. And I've personally sent over 1 million follow-up emails because I've sent more than 1 million emails. You can see here, 1.4 million in this screenshot, probably totally around 2 million, booked over 1,000 sales calls. So, and most of those are follow-ups because as you can imagine, most of the time, whenever you send out an email, they're not immediately ready to buy. And so that's why you follow up with them. So first, we're going to be covering an overview, what makes a good follow-up. I'm going to talk about the different components, the things that are nice to have in your follow-ups. And then I'm going to give you some 5 different examples of follow-up templates you can swipe, you can plug directly in your campaigns if you want to. I'd probably suggest that you tweak them to make sure that they're unique to your own campaigns, because you can take a look at the view count under this video. That many other people are going to be using these follow-ups because they're watching this video. So you probably want to tweak these slightly to make them more relevant to your offer. So first, we're going to talk about what makes a good follow-up. So there's a few different components here. I have 5 different components. It really would be nice to have most, if not all of these, but they're not necessarily requirements. The way that you follow up, really depends on the way that your intro sequence is and part of your overall cold outreach strategy. So these are some just broad generalizations, but these are nice to haves in your follow-up. So the first thing, making them direct. You don't want to have fluff in your email. You don't want to make it some super long follow-up that no one's going to get through. You want to make it super direct, and short kind of ties in with this too. Short and direct, straight to the point of what you're trying to get at, because again, these are follow-up. So in your first email, you probably stated what you have to offer, what your unique selling proposition is, and all the different pieces that they should know about your product or service. And the point of these follow-up emails is really just to invoke a response and to catch them at a better time that hopefully will get them, ready to buy your product or service. The next thing, pattern interrupt. If you can make it short, direct, and something that's a little bit different, they're more likely to follow up. Make sure that sounds human, and then also it would be also nice to have if you can provide a little bit of value, maybe provide a case study or more reason why they should work with you specifically that apparently didn't catch them in your first email, which is again why you need to have these follow-ups. All right, so the first example, we're just going to dive in and I'm going to show you 5 different examples that you can use. And again, you should tweak these slightly to your product or service to make sure that they're most effective for whatever strategy you're using. The first example here I'm going to show is a referral to another decision maker. So I really like this follow-up, and I honestly like this follow-up as a later follow-up in the sequence. So if you're sending 3 emails, 5 emails, 4 emails, 2 emails, whatever it is, I like this a little bit further down the follow-up sequence. But what this email essentially is hi, first name, is there someone else at your company that would find this more relevant? Let me know either way. So I really like this follow-up email, because a lot of times you might reach out to, 5,000 people, 2,000 people, 500 people, whatever it might be. And turns out that you might think that the chief revenue officer is the person that you should be reaching out to, when in reality it's a sales manager. And so the chief revenue officer would have never responded to your email, but now you're saying, hey, is there someone else in your company that might find this more relevant? And they might be able to refer you out to a different person in the company who could be the actual decision maker. So not only does this serve as a follow-up of like, hey, just trying to bump this up, get the offer in front of their eyes again, but it can also give you the opportunity that if you messed up on the lead list side, or even if you didn't mess up on the lead list side, even if you just did everything perfectly, but it turns out that your initial hypothesis wasn't true, that you can get sent over to another person in their company, and that person might be more relevant. And then this also ties in really well, because if someone else in the company is referring you out to someone else, then that gives you a little bit of implied authority, because if someone's higher up refers you out to someone lower than them, they're going to want to take orders and say, oh, if the CEO refers you out to someone else, you're going to want to do what the CEO says. And so this kind of helps you in multiple different ways, and why I think this is a very powerful follow-up. But I also like to use this a little bit deeper into the sequence, because I think some of these other follow-ups I'm going to cover, you can restate your offer a little bit to make sure that before you push it out to a different decision maker, that it's even that you make sure that this is an offer that would be more relevant to this person specifically. And also one other note here that I like about this follow-up is sometimes the way this works out is it doesn't even get passed off to a different person. So let's say you reach out to the chief revenue officer. He might just say, hey, actually, I am the right person, let's get on a call, or hey, I'm the right person, I'm not interested. So this can work out in multiple different ways, which is why I really, really like this follow-up. All right, so the next follow-up example I'm going to show you is a video example. So hi, first name, I can help your business with value propositions, so just restating your initial offer. Can I send you a quick video showing how? So maybe in your first email, you pitch something completely different, you pitched a call, and the second email, you're pitching a video or something else that really can catch their attention, because if they didn't want to get on a call, maybe you can send them a quick demo video and that will pique their interest. So with this follow-up example, what you're really just trying to do is switch up the call to action and see that if instead of getting a bigger commitment, which you might have done in your first email, like a Zoom call or a phone call, you can just get them on a quick video. If they're interested in the video, then you can keep following up and try and get them in for a call. So again, this is kind of a pattern interrupt. Again, you can see following the other principles, this is very short, direct to the point, also providing value, showing them a quick video instead of forcing them to get on a call. This is something that can break the loop and also give you a different opportunity that if they never were willing to get on a call, at least you can get them to watch a video and then maybe they will be interested in getting on a call after the fact. All right, so the third example is just simply restating the offer. Now this is a super simple template and it works for a reason. So yeah, hi, first name, I just want to see if you're interested in your offer. You give a case study, you give a call to action. So this is a pretty similar template to what you could use in your initial email, which is inserting your offer, giving a case study, giving a call to action. But the only difference here is that you're restating it maybe in a slightly different way. And the reason why this works is because sometimes you want to make sure your emails are dummy proof. People might not even scroll up and see what the initial email is out. So if you are just restating what you said in the first email in a slightly different way, or even in the exact same way, just presenting it to them again, this can work really well. I wouldn't repeat this over and over and over again. If you're doing 3 or 5 emails long, you don't want to just say offer, 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 offer. You probably want to mix a couple of these other ones in, but this can work really well as a second email, or maybe even as a third email if you send it out in a new email chain. Just sending it out, restating what you have to offer, and just maybe saying it in a slightly different way, or even just saying it in the exact same way, but just getting another view of what you're saying in front of them again. So you're giving them another at bat to maybe get on a call with you. The fourth example, this email I really like, not because it has a ton of value or there's a ton of different bells and whistles, but this is a very, very strong pattern interrupt. And so all this follow-up email is just their first name with the question mark at the end. So Matt question mark. And this works, probably again, deeper in the sequence, but I like this email because number one, it is a very strong pattern interrupt. There's not a huge block of text, which is what they're probably expecting from their email. It's something that's just very short and direct. This is also something that a human might be able to send, or you would expect a person to send, just something short, direct, super simple, and to the point. This email might not be the best in some cases because you're not providing a ton of value. You're not giving a case study, a call to action, a completely unique, different angle. But this is something definitely worth split testing. I've used in some of my sequences, and it's a really good pattern interrupt because it just invokes a reply, super direct, super to the point, and it's a really great pattern interrupt. And then the last example I'm going to show you here is a different offer. So this is a different way that you can frame a follow-up. It's just presenting a different offer. So hi, first name, the reason why I reached out the other day is to see if you needed help with pain point. I can build you a free, different offer. So if in your first email, you're pitching a call, and in one of these other examples, you're pitching a video, you can also pitch something else. So if you're running a email marketing agency, you can offer to send them, free images of what their emails could look like. If you're running an SEO agency, you could talk about, hey, here's can I send you a free list of your competitors? Hey, if you're running a, really whatever business or whatever model you're running, you're just switching up the offer from something that's more direct and saying like, hey, let's get on a call. Or maybe you're pitching a lead magnet in your first email. This is a different lead magnet, just kind of giving them a different offer. Because at the end of the day, if you're following up and you are sending a couple emails out, you're using some of these other follow-up templates or some of these other ideas, and they're not responding, it might be better to, send them a new offer altogether because they might not be interested in what you initially reached out about, and you can present them in a slightly different way that could pique their interest. So yeah, the reason why I reached out the other day, insert the pain point, insert a different offer, and then give a very clear call to action of, hey, do you want to get this free resource, or are you interested in hearing more about this? And then, you know, you can get them on the call that way. All right, so that wraps up the 5 different follow-up templates that you can use and you can plug and play directly into your sequences. Again, I'd recommend that you switch these up slightly to make sure that they appeal directly to your offer, your strategy, and everything that you're doing. But if you want to take these follow-up sequences and start using them in your own cold outreach campaigns, click one of the first links in the description below and give Smartlead a free trial so that you can start supercharging your outreach, sending out these emails and sending out these follow-ups and booking more calls for your business. If you want to check out other videos on cold outreach, check out the other videos on this channel. Really appreciate you guys watching and see you in the next video.